Hello, welcome to History Talks. In this video, we'll take you in the secret worlds of triads in China. Triads have a long history dating back to the Qing Dynasty. We're going to look at their beginnings as well as their role in Chinese society throughout the years. So sit back and relax as we unveil some of the secrets that have been hidden for centuries. History. The Triads have their origins in centuries old secret societies dating back to 1000 BC when peasants were frequently preyed on by evil leaders and defended themselves by forming self-help groups. The first triads, according to legend, were founded by Chinese monks dedicated to fighting injustice. It is said that over time, these groups grew so politically powerful that they could prop up or depose emperors at their discretion. In the 18th century, the triads developed further from a branch of the Hung Society, a secret society founded with the intention of overthrowing the Qing Dynasty, which was in power at the time. Since the Qing Dynasty was made up of ethnic Manchus, the ethnic Han majority viewed the Qing Dynasty's authority as dictatorial and foreign to their culture. At the beginning of the 19th century, these Chinese triads were actively involved in revolutionary and clandestine activities with the aim of ending the Qing Dynasty, which they viewed as corrupt and unformable. During the time of the Qing Dynasty, patriotic sentiment was closely associated with the activities of secret societies. Many of these organizations operated under the slogan, "Oppose the Qing Dynasty and restore Ming." Some historians believe the triads were involved in the overthrow of the last emperor in 1911. Triads were also allegedly enlisted by the Kuomintang or Nationalist Party during the Republican era of China in order to assassinate political opponents and attack political enemies. Prominent organizations such as the Green Gang, which participated in the Shanghai massacre of Communist Party members in 1927, were among the triads that were allegedly enlisted. Following the establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949, secret societies of the Chinese mainland were eradicated through a series of campaigns that were initially directed by Mao Zedong and then by Deng Xiaoping during the Strike Hard campaigns against organized crime in 1978. As a direct consequence of this, the majority of Chinese secret societies, such as the Triads, moved to the British colony of Hong Kong, Taiwan, Southeast Asia, and other overseas nations, where they competed with other Chinese criminal organizations of ethnic Chinese descent. As time went on, the primary sources of revenue for Chinese underground societies became drug trafficking and extortion. Triads and organized crime in China. Today, Chinese triad societies control Chinese organized crime. They are some of the world's largest organized crime organizations run by families. They are sometimes referred to as the Chinese Mafia or Black societies among mainland Chinese. The triads are mainly active in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Southeast Asia, and Chinatowns in the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. They are believed to have more than 250,000 members, with 100,000 in Hong Kong alone. The term triad is a relatively new English term used to describe the triangular symbols found on the flags and banners of the Hung clan, also known as the Heaven and Earth Society. The leaders of the triads are called dragonheads. The triads are thought to rule over a vast empire worth billions of dollars. Sun Yian, the largest and most powerful triad, is thought to have 40,000 members. Sun Yian is thought to have strong ties to Hong Kong's tycoons and Communist Party elite. One high-ranking communist official even called them patriotic. Hu Sing-hu and 14K are the second and third largest triads, respectively. 14 stands for the road number of a former headquarters, and K stands for Kowloon. Triad participants. The triads are groups that resemble tribes and adhere to a rigid Confucian code. Extensive procedures that might last up to 6 days and include a highly symbolic ceremony are used to initiate new triad members. In many cases, new candidates start the ceremony barefoot and in ceremonial attire, performing greetings, special handshakes, ritual dances, and Taoist and Buddhist prayers. For example, the Hung clan has a more than 200-year-old ordination oath to welcome new members. One of them goes, "I shall not disclose the secrets of the Hung family, not even to my parents, brothers, or wife. I shall never disclose the secrets for money. I shall die by a swarm of swords if I do so. One of the most serious offenses a triad member can commit is ratting on another triad member. Some triad initiation procedures still involve the slashing of a chicken's throat and bloodletting. The new recruit makes his promise of devotion by spitting a few drops of blood into a cup of wine as part of one triad ceremony. The many members of the triad are very diverse. In addition to being gangsters, they're reputable politicians, government servants, and judges. Members of the triad, for example, have helped smuggle pro democracy activists out of the nation while simultaneously being close with the communist elite. The triads are also highly romanticized in Asian films, probably because of the code names, tattoos, and secret signs used by the members. Symbols play a crucial role in communication. Glances and the way a cigarette is offered are ways to communicate all kinds of signals. Perhaps even more mysterious than the Italian mafia is the aura that surrounds the triads. So, even though many gang members are not triad members, they would like to identify themselves as triad members. Triad crime. The triads have traditionally gained money through the sale of illegal drugs, loan sharking, prostitution, smuggling, gun running, and protection and extortion rackets. In recent years, they have increased their involvement in activities like CD and software piracy, minibus concessions, call girl rings, and credit card theft. Some members of the triad occasionally engage in contract killings and extortion of money from wealthy businesses, but the majority of members are part of thievery rings, protection gangs, or small time criminal enterprises that sell drugs and pornography on the streets. The triads were increasingly committing minor crimes on the mainland and in Hong Kong in the late 1990s. The growth in Hong Kong is attributed by officials to high employment rates and a dearth of employment possibilities. By putting recorders on credit card terminals at shops and restaurants, the Hong Kong triads have fraudulently used data obtained from cardholders in Canada and United States and Europe. Store employees were also occasionally bribed to provide information. Gang violence. Conflicts between various triads over issues such as prostitution and gambling are rather frequent. The kitchen meat cleaver is the emblematic triad tool of torture, punishment, and execution. Sometimes the triad victims' bodies are horrifyingly mangled. Sometimes severing limbs serves as a warning. Horrific testimonials from several victims of stabbing attacks can be found in court documents. Former People's Liberation Army commandos reportedly make up the Big Circle Triad and are armed with AK-47 assault rifles and Red Star pistols. In one well-publicized incident involving alleged triad violence, gangsters in suits entered Leungton Y's office, the publisher of the magazine The Surprise Weekly, and said they wanted to discuss performing some printing work. Leung's arm and thumbs were later amputated with a butcher cleaver. Nobody knows who ordered the attack. Jimmy Lai, a newspaper editor who had a firebomb thrown in his yard by triad members, told the New York Times, "I think they're very powerful, no doubt, but if they threaten me, they won't kill me. If they want to kill me, they won't threaten me." Triads and communists. Many leaders in China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan are thought to have met with triad representatives and received assistance from them. Deng Xiaoping once said of the triads, "There are many good guys among them." Prior to the handover, Beijing officials reportedly met with triad leaders and expressed their desire for a peaceful transition. Triad leaders also reportedly met with communist officials prior to the signing of the Hong Kong Handover Agreement in 1984. The triad leaders were told that communism would turn a blind eye to their illegal activities in exchange for assisting the communists with a smooth transition. The triads were also instrumental in Operation Yellowbird, a network that assisted in the smuggling of pro-democracy descendants out of China following Tiananmen Square in 1989. It's unclear whether the triads were involved in the operation for financial gain or out of concern for the pro-democracy movement. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.